Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. What's up, my boy?
Hey, what's going on, bro? What's happening with you?
Ain't nothing to it, dog. Man, how that week go, bro?
Been pretty good, man. Pretty good so far, man. Kind of
That's what's
that
up.
same old same, man. Kind of hectic as usual. Summer out.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, remix, whatever. It don't matter, man. Just get the word out. You know what I'm saying? So I got a
Right.
question, man, that I want to ask. I got my opinion on it, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to know your opinion on it. Um,
What we got?
When was the death of black men? When the black men die, I would say spiritually. I'm gonna say spiritually. When do you think they died spiritually? I can give you my take on it if you want me to.
Go ahead.
Okay,
You
all
go
right.
ahead. You started off.
All right. So I think you can go all the way back to Genesis where, Adam and Eve, where Adam
Right.
died spiritually when she ate the apple and all that stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I personally think the death of when black men actually died was the drug epidemic.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
how the drugs were and how they dumped it predominantly into the black communities and just ripped up
Right.
families, bro.
Yeah, that was that 80s. That was that mid to eight ladies, that New Jack era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you got to think
Yeah.
about that, man. Like during that time, it destroyed like thousands and thousands upon thousands of families. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like even in the 80s, in the 90s, we was in
Mm-hmm.
the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
saw a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm sure some other people too, but we was in
Mm-hmm.
the thick of it and we saw the impact. Now I ain't say it didn't affect women. We talking about
Right.
men right now. You feel
Right.
no disrespect, but I gotta make that
Right.
clear, dog.
Right. I agree with you on that though, man. Because like I said, back in the late 70s, and I would
Mm-hmm.
say early 80s,
Uh-huh.
we were thriving, man, and
Yeah.
then like those the early to the mid 80s, we were thriving, with the
Mm-hmm.
communities and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Dads was
Mm-hmm.
in the home.
Yeah.
We kind of had our own businesses and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the men were working. And then I say about that late 80s, early 90s,
Bro.
when that New Jack thing kicked off,
Yeah. Yeah.
that yeah, that's when that's when it turned for the worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I would definitely
Black
say that.
Wall Street. Yeah, Black Wall
Yeah.
Street and all that stuff. We had all this stuff
Hmm.
thriving and stuff like that. And I personally think, and you probably would probably feel the same. I think
Hmm.
it was a plan to destroy the families, the black families, because we
Oh
were
yeah.
doing so well.
Oh yeah. And see, that was gonna be my next thing too, man. Cause I look at this all the time. You notice that we got, like when the crack epidemic came, right? They
Mm-hmm.
was getting
Mm-hmm.
they was pretty much getting a 2 for 1. And what I mean by that is a 2 for 1. They was getting the black men. They was on drugs. All
Mm-hmm.
out there, like I said, losing in the family. They was taking that way. It was killing the black men out of the home, right? And
Mm-hmm. Yep.
then the black men that was selling the drugs was going to jail.
Yep.
But now it's like when the crack epidemic was we know was destroying us. It
Mm-hmm.
won't nothing said. But now we got a whole new thing over here with the opioid epidemic. They got a bill
Yeah.
passed and all of that. You know what I'm
Fentanyl.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, so
It,
it was destruction of us.
yeah.
Won't nothing said, but it was destruction of other communities. Now it's a whole big issue. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, man. Like I said, I kind of have an issue with because you
Mm-hmm.
saw thousands. Now you could still see like the long term effects of it. Then you like say it was the 80s. We 2024, bro.
Right,
And you can still see the
right.
effects if you go through some of these cities. Man, the drug epidemic is still a real thing. You got that.
Yep.
If that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have these big drug dealers still getting caught. And all they did was shifted it from. Um, if they, I'm just, I personally think if they hadn't never shifted from crack cocaine and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff like that to opioids, where they sell ecstasy, Molly, and all this other stuff, it
Right,
would have been fine. But now when it shifted and it started hitting other
right,
communities,
Right.
Now, hey, it's a problem. Hey, bro, what you doing? Now you
Right.
can't be doing that.
That's when we get the bills passed and the police are carrying stuff where if they run up on somebody that got a drug overdose with
Mm-hmm.
on the opioids or whatever it may be, they can give them some like an EpiPen shot or something.
Yeah, yeah, popping with something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they kind of like whatever it does, offset the drug or bring them back or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But see, wasn't nothing in place for that with the crack epidemic cause at first that was the majority of us.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So,
And yeah. And like you said, man, it's like, and the effect of it is still going because now you still some of the kids that they dads got caught in the 80s
mm-hmm.
still locked up,
Yep.
for certain type of stuff, and they growing up without a father or see him in prison and hey, your dad got
Mm-hmm.
this name you got to uphold. Now they're gonna
Right.
go try to do the same thing, and like you said, it's just the cycle repeats. You
Yeah.
continually keep getting a 2 for 1, because
Yep.
they got the dad, now they're gonna get the son, and then when
Mm-hmm.
he have the kids, they gonna see it, and
Yep.
I'm just saying, bro. It just continues to just go down and down and down and down, bro. And
And then,
go ahead.
oh yeah, no, I was saying then too, like what you was just saying too. See, with that 2 for 1 seat, and then when it trickle down to the kids and keep trickling down,
Yeah.
and that's what it is, man. It's when it trickles down like that, it's that fast money thing,
Yep.
you
Everybody want it
know.
fast, bro. Everybody want
Yep.
everything fast, and all the tech now. OGs, I don't come talk. I'm just talking, dog.
Right.
Like, listen,
Right.
y'all got to be more active in the community to and stop having them go do things for y'all. So y'all won't
Right.
get the time, but they will. And then
Right.
that sets them up on a trajectory where their life is just going down like this. Because once you
Mm-hmm.
get a felony, bro, if you can't get expunged, straight down, dog.
Right.
You won't
Right.
get you
Because
you can't come back up.
right. Because I remember, I know you probably remember too when we had that talk.
Mhm.
We had that talk back in the day, with some of the old OGs, and they was
Yeah.
like, "Look, y'all the only guys around us that ain't got no felonies,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
y'all just stay on the sideline, and we got
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't try to get out
Yeah.
here with us and do what we do. Like we were still
Mm.
around them, and we still saw the game,
Yeah.
but we didn't participate in the game. We know how the game
Exactly.
was played. We knew how
Mhm.
the game was laid out and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But they always told us, look, y'all fellas, y'all the ones y'all came through. Out of all the people that was around us, y'all guys ain't got no felonies. We gonna keep it that way.
Exactly.
You know
Got
what
to
I'm
keep
saying?
us
That's
safe, doc. Yeah, they
right. And that's
did
what
do
you were
that for
saying.
sure.
Yeah, and that's what you saying what the OGs need to do with these new guys that's coming up. If you
Yeah.
already got felonies and you know that's what you're doing, you got to take the young boy like, look, hey man, y'all ain't got no felonies around us. Look, we're gonna
Yeah.
keep it this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not
Yep.
only not only the ones that can play football and basketball good,
Right.
all the
Yep.
kids that y'all got to start looking at what their talents are. Just because they can, most you hear a lot of professional
Hmm.
basketball, football players like they told me, no, bro, you got a future, you stay out of
Right.
this. But
Right.
what about the other ones?
Yep.
What about
You
all the
right.
other ones they invited in and just say, hey, you know what? Hey, just go run this up the street for me, and then they get popped.
And
And
I guess too, to piggyback to what you were saying about that, how they see they probably see some of them OGs, they probably look at their athlete as a meal ticket.
yeah, that's what I was about to
But
say too. Yeah,
then, like the other guys, it's like, he ain't gonna do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course he ain't
yeah,
got no record, but he ain't no athlete. So hey man, run this over to my man house real quick.
he ain't got nothing going on. He a
Yeah,
square.
you know what I'm
He going
saying? Yeah, messing my
he ain't
man
no
up, messing
meal
his
ticket.
record up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the crazy part is, man, it's still like the trickle down. Like we still got it. Like
Hmm.
if you go, man, in certain neighborhoods, bro, it's terrible. It's just like,
Yeah.
bro, everything's shutting down, and you
Yeah.
know, if I think if they were smart, the OGs were smart, they could
Mhm.
just start opening, take the money they making, open up businesses in their neighborhoods, and then put the young kids to work. That way, you still making money. You think about this,
Right.
man. If you got a one of them corner stores, whoever may own
Mhm.
it, Indian, Arab, whoever may own it, if you
Mhm.
got 10,000 people go in there a month and spend
Hey.
$100, you know what I'm saying, or $10 or whatever. You think about this, it's been $10 a month. How much that is?
Right.
100,000, something like that.
See?
I
See what
mean,
I'm
you know,
saying?
you can make they make a bunch of money just right there at a store, and people wonder why they go in these ran down neighborhoods and get
Mhm.
these stores because it's profitable. But we
Right.
always got to look at the big thing, dog. We got to have this, and they right there making a killing.
Yep.
I
They're
mean,
making a
because think
killing.
about he the only one got the store on the block. So
Yep.
everybody got to go to him and get cigarettes, beer, drinks, snacks, and then they overly priced because they in the hood. I'm
Yep.
just saying, bro. I'm
Yeah,
just
see,
saying.
man, that's when we gotta that's why we trying to, talk to the cats, man, to change that mentality, man.
Yeah.
Like we can open up some shops and some stores too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do
They
the
like they
same
putting them,
thing.
yeah, they do the same thing. They putting them in our neighborhood. Like, why can't we do it? Like
Put
they
in our own
always,
neighborhood
yeah, like you're saying, like if they looking at you or looking at me, they try to copy you or me doing other
hmm
things. Why can't we copy them cats?
and do the
And open up a
same
business.
thing, dog. And
Right.
do the exact same thing. And
Right.
that was where I was going next, man. Since it's been such a long term effect of it,
Mm-hmm.
how do we recover from it? And you kind of alluded to it in your statement
Mm-hmm.
about, kind of start doing the same thing they doing,
Yeah.
but you got to think about the problem with us is capital. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? If you ain't got capital, it's tough. And then you got to
Right.
have grants. That's why I said if you got to take the OGs who got the capital
Right.
and just go in and say, hey man, we're gonna buy this stove, and it's probably gonna cost us 60, 70,000. And we just
Right.
put somebody in that, and just run it for us. Man, we making a bunch of money. We can pay them, we can afford to pay them 1,000 a week easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
You
get
get your
two
money back.
employees, yeah. And you get your money back, dog,
Yeah, you
easily.
you get your money back. But I guess like you said, with a lot of OGs, what they do, if they do got a little bit of paper, what they gonna do? They gonna
Mhm.
floss. They
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get
for
that big
sure.
ride. They gonna get
Yeah,
the big ride. They got a ride that costs more than the store on the block.
and won't buy a store on the block. Everybody around them
Right.
struggling. I'm
Yeah.
like, bruh, like, I had this talk with somebody that's real close to us a long time ago. I said, yo, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
you making the money, buy your truck. That way,
Right.
you can kind of protect yourself in a way, and
Right.
they ain't listen. So you see what happens, consequences for
Yep.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
You
gotta
right.
you gotta listen, dog. So
Yep.
I'm gonna shift gear just a little bit, Doc. And
Go ahead.
you probably know. Um, I personally don't know, but what do you think the right age is, man? I know it's a dramatic shift. What do you think the right age is to buy a house? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Like,
I
I,
would I would say I would say 25.
yeah,
If
you
you
know
if
what?
if
That,
you
that's
if you
about
can
right. Yeah,
if you can get it earlier, that's great. But I would
yeah.
say 25, 26s or
Uh
whatever.
huh. Uh
You know
huh.
what I'm saying? Um, in most cases, some people probably say 30.
Yeah. I think I was 25, 4. Somewhere in that
Hmm.
area. I've been in Raleigh since 2002, so probably
Right,
24, 24,
right,
25, one of them. Yeah, but you about spot on. About 25 years when I bought
right,
ours, man. I be thinking about stuff like this, dog. Because
right.
now, since it's so many apartments,
Hmm.
like people don't even look at houses no more as an investment.
Nope,
The
nope.
young people just be like, look, and I think it come from, the Bible said, his people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And if
Right,
nobody don't tell them like, hey, bro, you basically throwing money away renting versus if you
right.
paying $1,500 a month on a
Hmm.
apartment,
Right.
You can go get a house, bro, for just as cheap, and you owning it.
Yep. And man,
You,
something like that, man, it's so, especially these days and time, it's so hard to try to
yeah,
tell these guys that.
yeah, yeah.
Like you can tell them, man, but they won't listen, man. It's
Will not
I don't know
listen,
what you
dog.
can do. I don't know what we could do to, to get through to them or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
then when when they do get it at later in the age and they decide to do it or something like that, like get a house or
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Yep.
they'll be like, man, I wish I had took that advice years ago, man.
Too late. Like the time, like
Right.
honestly, bro, the time has gone by so far that
Mm-hmm.
now you 40. Now you're trying to
Yep.
buy a house with a 30-year mortgage.
Yep.
So you so now you could be 70 trying to pay that thing off, man. And, these are some of the things I think about because I just reached why I asked that because there's so many bro. They building apartments in the country now.
I know, man. And it's
In the
wild, man.
country.
And it's wild, man, because like we were saying, them apartments, man. Like if you're gonna move into a nice apartment complex,
Yeah.
with the pool, the
Yeah.
clubhouse, and all that stuff
Yeah.
like that, the weight room or
It's
whatever,
gonna cost.
it's gonna be at least 1,800.
It's gonna cost for one
So you might
bedroom.
as well, get you a crib. I mean,
Might well
that's
go.
yours on your
Yep.
own land or whatever,
Yep.
property or whatever,
Yep.
and might well get your own spot, like you said. Apartments gonna be most of the time, 1,800 gonna probably be a one bedroom.
It's gonna be a one bedroom now. Now,
Yep.
if you want to get a three bedroom, you're paying well over 2,000, 2,700, 25 to
Mm-hmm.
2,700 for a three
Yep.
bedroom, which is absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then another thing about that too, some people may say, well, they got a new apartment complex, right? And
Mm-hmm.
let's say the apartment rent may be 1,200,
Mm-hmm.
1,300. They be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh no, nah, man, the guys talk about the apartments, they 1,800. I'm saying 1,800 in a good neighborhood, like a real good
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because when you get these new
But
apartment
real good.
complexes, yeah, when you get these new apartment complexes, it's like, let's say 1,200, right? 11,
Mm-hmm.
1,200.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be good when it first start out.
Yes,
But within
sir.
the next 2 to 5 years, I got to say it like that, but that's when the hood gonna begin to move in.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. And that is one of the problems that you run into when you
Mm-hmm.
now don't get me wrong. I'm looking at some now to see if I can buy some. To be
Right.
honest with you. I ain't gonna sound
Right.
like no hypocrite. I'm just saying, like
Right.
I ain't
I
I'm
feel you.
I was looking at some to see if I can buy some right now. If I get, find the right deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get the investment side of it, but I also
Mm-hmm.
get the side where, we gotta empower. We got to give our people knowledge too. Like, hey, man, that ain't a wise idea to do. If you're gonna stay there 3 years, 4 years, bro,
Mm-hmm.
just go get a house. That way, if you pay into it for 5 years, that way you can sell it and get some out of it.
Yep.
Because you mess around and stay in an apartment for 5 years and you miss some payments, you ain't getting nothing
Hey,
out of it.
and it's just like what you just said, like, like my last house I sold and bought and
Mm-hmm.
got the new one. That
Yeah.
way it got some out of it.
Right. Right. And
You know what
you
I'm
see what
saying?
I'm saying? How long you had that house? Probably about 8 years, 7, 8 years.
About 10, 10,
About
10
10. You
years.
see what I'm
The
saying?
last one. Yep.
You paid into it though and got your investment back out of it. If you had
Yep.
been renting, the person that was renting made money for 10 years and ain't give you nothing.
Right. That's right.
Nothing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
And another thing real
Mm-hmm.
quick too, when you was talking about like OGs get together,
Mm-hmm.
and buy some of these shops and
Mm-hmm.
these stores.
Yeah.
If you take notice at it in some of the smaller communities, they are pretty much shutting down grocery stores.
Yeah.
They're putting in like Dollar Generals or places
Yep.
like that,
Dollar
and see,
trees and all that.
yeah, and see stuff like that. They sell food. They sell enough food to keep you alive in
Yeah.
the community, but it is not healthy as it should be.
Exactly.
And if the OGs can invest in getting some of these shops, they can then we can try to be like, like gets like do like the farmers market.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I agree
know,
with that.
you could sell stuff like that too, to the community. You know what I'm saying? But like I
Yeah.
said, we got to get them to get invested first.
Yeah. Shout out to all the OGs that is doing that. But the other
Right.
OGs that ain't, we need y'all to step up. It's too many. I ride through Raleigh and Durham and
Mhm.
I just see stuff. I'm just like, bro, like if it's hard to buy a property when you don't really know the area. Right? You got
Right.
to go do all the research. But if you know the area, you know this is your hood where you grew up in. You know the people.
Mhm.
You know what they spend. You know, bruh, snatch it, doc. Go in there. Even if you have to put an internet cafe in there, bro. Do what you gotta
Right.
do to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Y y
And
Yep.
yeah, and then I got another question too, dog.
Oh,
This is
yeah, go
this
ahead.
is this is a little different too, but the way in the day's climate and the big thing
Mhm.
that's in the news now, it ain't necessarily police brutality, but what are
Mhm.
your thoughts on police brutality? Um, well, at one point we were having a lot of it. Like you would,
Mhm.
hey, every time you turn around, somebody getting their hind paw handed to it by the police.
Right. Man, it ain't gonna stop.
Yeah,
It ain't it, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say it like that. It ain't gonna stop,
you
man. It is
telling the
what it
truth
is.
though. Yeah.
It ain't gonna stop because it's like you said, when they are called
Mm-hmm.
to your home or whatever.
Mhm.
If they when they see that's when we need more. That's when we need more bros to be police officers. In some cases,
Yeah.
some bros are just as bad. But majority of the time, you got some bros as police officers. They gonna work with you. They gonna talk with you, like what's going on,
Mhm.
this, that, and that. But when you
Yeah.
got somebody coming outside of the neighborhood, when they get there,
Mhm.
they don't see you as their grandma.
They don't. That's a fact.
You know what
They
I'm
see
saying?
they see you. That's why I think it's probably best, and I
Hmm.
guess the police force may be trying to do it. I don't know, but it's best to
Right.
have people police they if you from that area, let them police
Hmm.
that area. And I know they probably
Right.
say, well, if we let them do that, then you let people get away with stuff. They may.
Nah.
And you look, listen, they may do that. And
Hmm.
but they do in other communities too, because I seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that it ain't like that they don't do it either. Hey, I know your dad, man. Get on to the house, bro. What you doing out acting?
Right. And it'll go so much smoother. And you'll be surprised if they did it like that, how the crime rate will drop.
Dramatically.
Because
Dramatically.
it's just like, if you had some cops you had some bro cops from the
Mm-hmm.
neighborhood and
Yep.
they was policing the area, they come onto the scene or whatever, like, hey man, what y'all got going on?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to
Yep.
clear this area out. They be like, okay, man, hey man, you want me to tell your mom, this and
Yeah.
all your
Yeah.
dad or whatever.
You
You know
know
what I'm
you ain't supposed to
saying?
be
They go,
doing this. You know I know your
yeah.
mama, bro. Come
Yeah,
on
and then
now.
that it'll kind of calm the scene down. But when you got somebody
Yeah.
coming from out of another neighborhood that's coming over, yeah, they telling you, they talking you in whatever kind of way they want to.
Mm-hmm.
See, they don't see you
Acting a
as
fool.
yeah. See, they don't see you as John Boy.
Yeah. That's
You
true.
know, they ain't
I'm
gonna
with
see
you.
you as John Boy.
They don't see you a certain way. They only see you as a
Right.
color. And it's sad to
Yeah.
say that, but they see you as a color,
Mm-hmm.
and they some of their objectives has been to eliminate that color. I don't care if
Oh
they
yeah.
got. I don't care if they doing everything right. You can have your
Right.
hands on the steering wheel. You can have your license out. You
Right.
listen. I know this happened a while back, but bruh, when you come up to the car, my man doing like this and you foul rounds, you scared, bro. You don't need to be out there.
Right.
'Cause you know what I'm saying? And they know they're gonna
Right.
get off. And that's the sad part about it is they know they're gonna get off. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
And see that police, that whole police thing, fraternity, man. I know people, we
Yeah.
need them or whatever, but that whole
Yeah.
police fraternity thing, man, come back from this. It evolves from the slavery days.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Have a little
saying?
have a
When
little group of people together and go do their
Yeah,
thing. I feel you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. They used to go get, that's why they always stop and ask you where you going, and, and this, that, or whatever. I mean, for last time I checked, all 50 states, you can go. I can go wherever I want to go.
Yeah,
You
you ain't
ain't got to
lying.
ask me where I'm going. You know what I'm
You ain't
saying?
lying. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm like you. I think I can go to any state I want to. I
Right.
remember I was coming out of a little small town down here by us. Then I was coming
Hmm.
out one night. The dude he pulled me over. He said, "So where you coming from?" I said, "I came up here to get a bottle of water. I'm gonna go work out."
Hmm.
He said, "You realize you was going a little over the speed limit coming through here." I said, "Well,
Mhm.
if you look at it," and then after that, he didn't give me a ticket, but I pointed out to him, I was like, "Hey, but if you look at that sign right there, it's a sign like not even the only thing was 100 yards behind me that say 35 and another
Right.
one say 45." And I was like, well, I'm gradually going up to the 45 because I actually see the 45-mile-per-hour speed limit. So I'm gradually
Right.
going up. I said, so y'all really need to change that. I said, because if you go write me a ticket for that, when I can see this sign, then
Right.
we go to court. I mean, they gonna see my side. I'm telling the guy this, and he was a young cop.
Right.
He was like, "Well, I'm gonna let y'all with a warning this time." And now they from all the way through till you get to a certain
Mhm.
point, you see 135, and then now you see way down the road the other 45. And I'm just like,
Right.
cause they had changed that a long time ago. And I'm just like, bro, like, how do you go when I can see both speed limits? Which one I
He
supposed
thought
to
he
do, bro?
he thought he had a sucker.
Yeah, he
That's
thought he
what it
had
was.
one dot.
Yeah, he know you was from the area. He probably thought he
Yeah,
had somebody that wanted in the area. He was getting ready to get them. Yeah.
yeah. And then not to mention back then I was a goat router, so I had that light on the back. He was like, yeah, he probably gonna get
Right.
out of this anyhow. I'm
Right.
always, ain't no need to even mess with you. I
Right.
call the right people. They can be like, man, what you doing, bro? Like, I mean, come on
Right.
now. You
Right.
know, he probably like, I'm gonna leave this dude. I already know
Yeah.
that he gonna get off, so I'm just let him
Yeah.
go. Cause I that didn't happen a bunch of times, but I'm
Mhm.
just saying, bro, like that police brutality thing, man, is a thing that need to be dealt with in a serious
Yeah,
way too.
because like you said, you seen so many times when you see the police officer approach women
Hmm.
that look like their niece or look like their sister.
Yep.
The police almost get beat up
Yeah.
by the person that they're trying to arrest. Like, get
Yeah.
your
Right.
hands off me, this, that, or whatever.
Right.
But then on
Yeah.
the same token, when you go to somebody's neighborhood who don't look like you and you
Yeah.
really don't care no way,
Yeah.
and the lady can be standing 10 to 15 feet away from you, will claim that she had some boiling water, but it showed that she got down on her knees.
Yeah.
Cause you point aiming a gun at her. Cause if somebody aim a gun at you, the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna kneel down anyway
Yeah. You
and
gonna
throw
get
your
down and be
hands
like,
up.
hold on, bro. If you're in your right
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah. And then like I say, then he capped her, you know what I'm saying? Like with
yeah,
that
that's
last
what I'm
that
talking
last
about.
incident, yeah.
That's what I'm
So
talking about, bro. That's why I brought that up because
yeah.
I mean, hey, bro, you ain't no, you can't get off. If you get off with that one, bro, then the system is jacked up. Like,
Dude
it's
was
no
on
way. It's
dude was
no,
on he was on what, six other he had been to six other departments.
yeah,
You know what I'm
abuse.
saying? So
I got kicked
yep.
off all of them probably.
Yep, he
So
did.
I'm just saying. So my way of kind of trying to combat it is
Hmm.
prayer and fasting is like one of the most powerful tools that we can
Hmm.
use to combat warfare. Doc. That's the only thing I can
Right.
really. I mean, cause you gotta think about it. You can sit down and talk to people all you want,
Yep.
and they'll leave out and do the exact same thing they just did.
Yep.
Your kid, think about it. You got what, four, right? Four kids? Four?
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
got four, right? You think about it. You tell them not to do something.
Right.
It ain't long before they turn around and go right back and
Them
do the
cats ain't gonna
same
listen.
thing. You see what I'm saying? So what makes you think sitting down talking to a police officer that you didn't gave him all of this power and authority?
Hmm.
Like he didn't seen the examples. Well, you know what? I don't like him. Tonight his night,
Right.
and he get
Yep.
off.
Yep.
You think about that, bro. That's kind of like a scary thing. Like, you kind of like, hey, bro, tonight his night. I'm mad with my wife, and I'm gonna take it out on somebody. And it'd
Hmm.
be unfortunately, it'd be a black person that they take it out on. I've seen videos where, the police had a truck blocked in,
Hmm.
and they up on the side of the truck. I'm talking they own the truck. And they was like, hey, stop, 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 stop. The dude takes out with the police hanging on the side of the truck.
And
Are
he
you going down the
survived, right?
road? He survived.
He
But ain't
survived, right?
he survived? My point. So you know what I'm
Right.
talking about.
Oh yeah, you already know.
You know what I'm
You
talking
already
about,
know.
dog. So
And
so
then,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying,
and
man, it's crazy.
yeah, and it's like you said, man, it's that's crazy, man. And
Yeah,
like you said, they gonna always they got this thing too where they got this ego where they always gonna be right.
exactly. No matter what.
And one thing that like put in particular, because we using, you got to be what it is gonna be the race factor. So
Yeah, all the time.
you got to figure, if you got a white cop, he talking to a
Mhm.
black guy or a black woman,
Yeah. Mhm.
that black person can be in the right. But just because I'm a cop and I'm white, you ain't gonna tell me, you know, this, that, and the third, right?
I don't want to hear none of
But
that.
and what can eliminate it, which I know it ain't gonna eliminate it with them because you can't tell them nothing. Like if you
Nope.
in the wrong, if you in the wrong, if I was a cop and I pull up on somebody and they
Mhm.
explain me their situation, and I feel like, okay, I know I'm in the wrong, but I ain't gonna try to prove myself that I'm right. So what I'm gonna do
Mhm.
is I'm gonna be like, well, look here, man, what I'm gonna tell you, this is what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna let you off with a warning,
Yeah.
and you know, just be careful.
And hey, bro, let me say this too to all the police, to all the good police officers. Hey, shout out to y'all.
Mhm.
Y'all job is not easy, and we
Oh
ain't
no,
sitting
it
up here
ain't.
bashing the police. But what I am saying is that, hey, sometime, man, you got to use better
Hmm.
judgment. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Somebody kneeling with a pot of water, bro, don't look nothing like no handgun or
right,
whatever. Don't look like no threat to me. I'm just saying. If
right,
anything, I would like, bro, they didn't bent down and start praying. Let me go ahead and put my piece up. Especially a
right,
woman. I mean, come on now, bro.
right. And another incident, not too long ago too. I forgot where it was. It was here in Carolina. I think it was
Hmm.
here in Carolina. I think it's happened here before too. I know it have anyway. But even when they're called to somebody that has having a mental health crisis,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like that don't give you the green light when you get there to shoot them.
The file off,
Because
bro. I mean,
yeah, if they gotta, if you
don't do that.
a cop gotta take this on the chin like this. Like if I
Hmm.
was a cop and I got to a mental health in it, when they called me and I got to a mental health crisis situation,
Hmm.
and I see the person is acting out, they ain't got no weapon in their hand or nothing, no knife, no stick or nothing, and they acting out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shield myself around.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put the car between me and the person until I get some more
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
I ain't gonna just, oh, you in the mental crisis, you get ready to assault me, so I got the green light to kill you.
Now I got to take off on you. That ain't
Right.
how it work, dog. That ain't how it
But
work.
see, normally, like I said, when you see these people in these mental health crises,
Hmm.
they don't look like their niece or their sister or their mother.
Yeah.
So
He look like a criminal.
yeah, you're a criminal. Yeah,
It's
that's true.
basically whether you
Yeah.
got a mental health issue or not. It used to be innocent to proven guilty, and now it's guilty
Oh yeah, you
to
guilty all
proven
day
innocent.
long now.
All day long.
Right.
Now you got to go try to prove yourself to be innocent, dog.
Right.
So with that being said, y'all, look, like, comment, subscribe, share, remix. Do what y'all gotta do to get the word out, Doc. We don't even care, man. Hey,
Right.
listen, until next time, y'all, we out.
We out.
Peace.